Hello, good evening, and welcome to Twilight Sessions. My name is Mason, and today I have a message for you and also a story for you. So let's start with the story and then we'll get into the message. So this morning, um, deep in the night, early in the morning, I don't know what time it was before dawn, um, I was woken up by one of my kittens, or maybe it was both of them, I'm not sure. Um, but one of my cats woke me up, and right as I was waking up, I had this very strong vision and like felt experience of one of my chakras, and it was either my heart, my solar plexus, or my sacral chakra being like there was a beam of light being beamed into it, and it was all white. The chakra was white, and the beam of light was white. And I knew in an instant that this was an upgrade. I was getting an upgrade. I was literally, the word that came to mind in the moment was surgery. Like, I was just being upgraded, and I thought that was super cool. Um, as I was waking up out of this, I heard surgery, and um, don't worry, even though you were interrupted and woke up, the update will still happen. Or upgrade, I think it was the word upgrade was used, but it could have also been update. Anyway, so my light body was updated last night via light beam, and I get the feeling I'm not the only one who experienced this. And if my cat hadn't woke me up, I would not have been aware of this. But maybe you had a dream like this, or maybe you had an experience like this, or something like that. So, or just like yeah, like you felt it. Maybe you didn't see it as visually as I did, but like you know it happened. Or alternately, it might be about to happen for you because this stuff is happening all at once right now. And so here we are. So tonight is December 20th. It is the night before the Winter Solstice 2024. Well, this is a timeless message and a timeless reading. Um, it does feel like a very potent energy right now of not just ending but beginning. It's interesting because right now I am really feeling the beginning of something, whereas before I was feeling an ending. I was releasing a lot, and I'm sure you were too, but the past few weeks have definitely been a huge release and an ending. And the past week or so, I've been, and especially today, I've been feeling optimism for the future, optimism for the next year to come, which, 2025 is an inauguration year, so that's, you know, we're all kind of fearing that one. So there's a lot of heavy things in the material, like 3D world coming up in 2025, I fear. But I also have this extreme sense of optimism and this feeling like everything is going to be okay. And I'm really looking forward to that. There's this sensation that I'd like to share with you to see if you can tap into it as well, because this is the key. This is the key right here, is knowing without a shadow of a doubt that your angels have you and they will always provide for you no matter what it is that you need at any given time. Last night I was given a sign that I will be moving soon, which is something I really want to do. Is I want to move out of the lovely home that I'm in right now into another lovely home. And I keep wondering, like, how is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? But mostly, how is this going to happen? And last night the message was so clear that it will happen in its own time. Don't worry about it. It'll happen very quickly, very easily, and it will be very little effort on my part. And I thought, you know what? What if I just assumed that that's true? What if I heard that message, which I did, and then acted like it was the truth, because it is the truth. And then it occurred to me that that applies to everything in life, right? Because I was on an airplane last night, and normally I get anxious on airplanes, like very anxious, and I don't like to feel that way. And every single time I've been on an airplane, I've gone up and I've gone down, and everything has been perfectly fine. So I've never had any kind of airplane trauma, so I have no reason to fear airplanes. And so as I was getting on this plane and sitting there waiting, kind of idling on the runway there for 25 minutes or whatever it was, that's usually when I start to feel anxious. And instead, I was like, you know what? I know I'm gonna land at my home airport in an hour and a half, and I will be fine. So I don't need to be worried in the meantime. Like, I don't need to be panicking while we're in flight, because I'm going to land either way. It's going to be fine, like, most likely, and it was, obviously, because I'm here right now. And I was able to, like, actually, like, picture my angels outside the plane, holding up the plane, protecting us from any dangers that may or may not be looming, and it really helped me calm down. So, it's now occurring to me, how, like, what if I lived that way all the time? And I think this is what people mean when they say act as if, right? In the manifestation world, we have act as if. And I used to take that to mean, like, spend all your money. Never really worked for me. I don't know why. But now I understand that, I think for me, how this kind of cliche at this point translates into something that I can actually use is, trust, have faith in your angels. For me, it's angels, whatever. Have faith in the universe, the entities around you, your protective team, whatever it is that you feel is around you. And just, like, really have faith that everything will work out exactly as it's supposed to, because it will. And I have a lifetime full of examples of times that things were dire and did work out for the best. And so I don't know why I get all freaked out in all situations. Anyway, so that's a little bit of insight for you. Connect your angels or your team of light, whatever that is for you. Could be God, spirit, whatever. And know that whatever it is that you're trying to manifest into your life or get rid of, if that's also something that you're needing to do, is banish something from your life, just know that it's happening already. Like, it's already in motion. The wheels are in motion. And so you just get to, like, enjoy your life in the meantime. So that's exactly what I'm going to do before I move. I'm just going to enjoy my life here because I really like it here. So we're going to jump into the reading now, because that was kind of the preamble to this reading. This is a reading for the beginning. This is the beginning, and with this beginning, it is there is blessings, and it is protected. That's right. Okay. To summarize, we are stepping into a truly blessed beginning. The world on the other side of this portal, which I believe is solstice, like through New Year, it's what it's feeling like to me. So, like, for the next, like, week and a half, that is the time of the portal. And by the time we hit the road running in 2025, it's going to be a completely new world for us. We are going to be, yes, there's Jude. We are going to be in another timeline, I think is the word I'm looking for. And of course, the card that fell out of the deck as I've been telling these stories is the Wheel of Fortune. And I think that's exactly right. We are currently seeing the Wheel of Fortune spinning right before us. And yeah, actually, this is really good. So this is a new beginning, because the next card that was there is the Fool. So here we are. Both major cards, by the way. Okay, so in case you're not watching this week during the Winter Solstice, that's okay, because as you can clearly see, all timelines are on this Wheel of Fortune. So even if you're not living in my present moment, and so I'm through the portal already, you might also be jumping through the same portal that I'm currently going through, but just at a different time. So anyway, that's so keep listening, because I think this is very interesting. So we are watching the Wheel of Fortune spinning before us, and this is a new cycle, a new revolution happening for us. I think it's interesting, the word fortune, because fortune is like good fortune, right? The word fortune can be used as kind of like good luck or something, but fortune also means like money in abundance. And I keep having feelings about the economy as well, and I don't know what else to say. Money is involved in this. wheel of fortune turning. The wheel of fortune, the abundance, is also turning alongside the wheel of kind of existence. So obviously that leads us to the Fool energy. And again, this is exactly where we are right now. We are stepping into a new era. The moon just fell out as well, which I think is actually super interesting. So it's funny because the moon is like the underworld or the spirit realm. So the dimension or the timeline that we are currently spinning into is deeply spiritual. And in fact, I'm thinking now that the beginnings are spiritual and not physical. So you might be experiencing new beginnings in your life as a coincidence, if there is such a thing. But if nothing in your life is changing, like you're not starting a new job, or you're not starting a new, school, or moving, or, finding a new partner or something like that. So like, even if you're completely settled and nothing in your life is changing currently, there is a spiritual beginning. And that's what this moon is. So we're like moon fools over here. Yeah, we're fools who walk on the moon. So right now is the time to be embracing the unseen. I always associate the moon with the shadow and things that are hidden. And it for some reason, I've always associated it with like bad connotations, like the unseen in a bad way. But I am thinking in this setting, that in this context, the unseen is not bad at all. And I'm really curious more. I'd like to hear more about this. So tell us more about this new beginning. What are we stepping into? We are the moon fool. And yeah, we're starting a new spiritual journey. So I think the initiation is finally over. I know for me, I've been going through an initiation for about 2 years. 2.5 years. Yeah, definitely more than 2 years. Bordering on 4 years, depending on how you look at it. But the initiation has been very intense. And it has definitely been to the point where I'm like, is this ever going to end? Like, is this it? And I think that's the point you have to get to. Like, I think once you finally reach that point of the initiation where you're like, can I be done now, is like when you can be done. That's how you know it's working. So this is a new level. So while we were initiates before, we are now starting at level 1. I love that word. Oh, level 1. Next up, we have the devil coming out. And this is, like, a warning isn't exactly the word I'm looking for, but this is saying the past is sticky. The habits that keep you in this old reality are strong, and it takes a lot of strength to rid yourself of them, or to resist. I think right now we're in like this strange liminal time between the initiation, being very deep in that initiation. Doubtless you know exactly what I'm talking about if you're here watching this right now. And the next thing, the next beginning. We're in this weird in-between space, and I think there is potential to be snagged in between spaces by the devil, whatever that means. Meaning that while in initiation the rules were pretty stark, we knew exactly what was going on, or at least I certainly did. It was very regimented. It was weird. I was really going through something very specific, and I knew exactly what to expect, and I was just very set in my ways, and just understanding that I was just going through this thing, and once it was over, it would be over. But in the meantime, I just had to kind of live with what I was dealing with. Very structured life, and just full of learning. It was really cool. And so the next thing is something else, but I'm not settled into that new thing yet because I don't know what it is. And so in between that old life of initiation and that kind of pre-training into my new phase, our new phase, the new phase, I could easily be taken into bad habits. It would be easy for me to be led astray right now because I don't have a firm practice in my new level of spirituality, of maybe it's another level of initiation. I don't really know how this stuff works yet, but we're figuring it out as we go. And I think this is where I have gotten stuck before, and I'm wondering if other people have as well, where you finish one level and before you get established in the next one, because you haven't yet met the teacher, or you haven't found the book, or you haven't found the practice, or like the inspiration, or the angel hasn't come to you quite yet, it's easy to get distracted by things that are not on this path. And you lose kind of momentum and you get kind of lost in like this devil realm, which is not a bad thing. Because as we know, this journey, this initiation, this path that we're on, it is timeless, and your life is your own. So you don't have to like rush through this or worry about getting off track and wasting time. That's not a thing. So that's where the devil comes in, of like, it would be easy to get lost right now. So just be mindful of that. That's all. Excellent. Okay. Okay. We got like a whole reading fell out. Pretty typical. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the High Priestess, the Eight of Wands, and the King of Swords. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles hanging out here as well. And so this is what we're headed into. This is where we're going. So the High Priestess is the connecting point. So the next phase is the High Priestess, which actually makes sense because if we're looking at this from a tarot standpoint, we are all the Fool, obviously, but the initiation might have been the Magician card. It was like figuring out the tools that we have at our disposal. And so the next phase would be card number 2 in the deck, which would be the High Priestess. So let's go with that. So the age we're walking into is the High Priestess, and we're just going to do a little reading on her because I want to, I want to understand this. Okay, so I actually have this note from myself from February 27th, so like almost a year ago now. Okay, so we've got the High Priestess. The Fool is the wild energy of endless potential, and the Magician knows how to shape and influence it. The High Priestess has the wisdom to pause, deliberate, listen to their inner wisdom before making any big decisions. The High Priestess invites you to stop at this crossroad and consider the options before you. This practice of pausing and checking in with your intuition and following it will give you a new kind of confidence. The Magician offers opportunities. The Magician can make magic and offers opportunities. The High Priestess knows how to choose the right one, knows how to choose the right opportunity. And understanding why to choose that opportunity and sets proper intentions. So this is great. This energy is you have the power over your own life. You make the final call. At this point, you are aware of your own shadow side, but don't quite understand it yet. If it's not fully integrated, that's okay. Oh, that's excellent. Okay, so, funny enough, also, the High Priestess card is ruled by the moon, which is the card that we just pulled. So the moon is connecting us to the High Priestess because this is a very spiritual new beginning that we're hopping into. Oh, that's really good though. So that really says it all right there. So like I was just saying, we were the magician apparently in the last phase. Um, and I would argue that's true. For me, definitely. Uh, and so now we are stepping into this new elevated version of the magician, which is the high priestess energy, which is, as we saw, a little bit more discerning than magician energy. So, yeah, in the magician phase, we learned that we have the tools and the basics of how to use them. But now with the high priestess, we can really like hone that skill. So on either side of the high priestess, we've got some decisions, and um, the first choice is yes, my love. Goodness, he is just next level. So the first option is the Seven of Pentacles paired with the Seven of Swords. And then the other option is the Eight of Wands paired with the King of Swords. Yeah, so let's get into these options that we've got here. Oh, excellent. Seven of Swords was bookmarked, of course. Ooh, so we've got secrecy, hesitation, lack of trust, holding back, assumption, doubt, insecurity, and stagnancy. Yes, I would agree. So on the one side, we've got this kind of this is the devil energy coming in. Like this is one of the options. Hello, Jude. Hi, honey. Hi. Yeah, so this is option one. And then, of course, with the Seven of Pentacles, we've got acknowledgement. Jude apparently wants to join us on the reading tonight. Trying to get into my lap. Hey, babe. Okay, so for the Seven of Pentacles, we've got acknowledgement, consideration, attention to detail, affirming goals, evolution, and authenticity. So this is the option if we decide to not dive in to this new journey, into this new phase. And there's nothing wrong with this side, obviously. You'll see that it is not calamity. There is nothing wrong with this. It's just hesitation and, yeah, considering, right? So there's, on the one side, you're cautious. So this is, oh, okay, so actually this is, got it. So this would be the shadow side of the High Priestess energy, is too considering, like a little too attentive to detail. And I actually would like to equate this to magical practice, if you practice magic, any kind of spells or anything like that. You might time them with the moon or the days of the week, or you might like to use certain incantations or tools or whatever it is. And if you don't have access to those things, or if the timing isn't going to work out, like, you know, it needs to be a full moon in Cancer, and you're like, but it's, you know, February, like that's, you know, it's not going to happen for months now. It can block your energy. It can block the magic completely. And so that's what this is warning about, is on one side of the Empress, or sorry, the High Priestess energy, you can like rely a little bit too much on discernment and hesitation rather than just diving in. So then, of course, with the Eight of Wands, that is very much the diving in energy. That is, yeah, movement, joyful energy, clearing obstacles, accomplishment, and breakthroughs. Paired with the King of Swords, who is very mature, grounded, intellectual, very smart, and like has a good grasp on reality. So this is a very fun energy, and it is a very powerful energy, especially when paired with High Priestess, right? So when seen in the context of the High Priestess energy, this is a very good use of magic. And I love the Eight of Wands card. This to me is so representative of like magic and sending your intentions out into the world. That is exactly what this is, right? This is the magic that we can create if we use this High Priestess energy. Yeah, so right now we are in between. It would be easy to fall back onto old habits, start eating unhealthy food again, or watching, dumb TV when it's not serving you, or any other kind of outdated behavior. That's the devil there. But otherwise, we've got this completely, you guys. This is a great reading. Super interesting. I have a lot of clarity on the upcoming year, actually. So yeah, we're heading into High Priestess season. I hope you're ready. I am so grateful that you're here with me right now watching this. And let me know if you have anything to add. Yeah. I see you. So the Queen of Wands is watching me. Hello, my dear, if you're out there. I know you're out there. And the Knight of Cups is also out there, who, for some reason, I'm imagining is quite handsome. So, hey, how's it going? Yes, we are here. We are all here. King of Cups as well. Whole party's coming. Let's go, people. Thank you for being here. I can't wait to walk through this portal with you. Let's go. Let's open our hearts, open our eyes, open up that third eye, and call in on your team. Call your angels to help you through this, because this is a very powerful time. I currently, because it's kind of New Year solstice season, am setting intentions, and I highly recommend you do the same no matter what time this is for you, even if it's the middle of the year. If you want, you could wait until a new moon. If you're wanting to time this magic with the moon, you could do this on a full moon, or a new moon, sorry. Anyway, but the whole world right now is kind of a new moon energy with the solstice, the winter solstice happening. So I am finding it extremely powerful to set intentions for the next year to come. And I'm going to say that this reading right here gives us a very good idea of how to approach our goals in the coming months. So as you set these goals, know that you have this High Priestess energy in you. You've got the High Priestess archetype coming out of you. This is the new beginning that we are entering into. So walk forward boldly. Know that you are supported on all sides by your angels. With the Eight of Wands, everything you say will happen. Everything you say will come true. So, be careful what you say, but also speak what you want into reality. This is beautiful. Yeah. Thanks again for being here. I am looking forward to this. And yeah, I hope you have a truly wonderful rest of your day or your night or whatever. Blessed be. Peace be with you. And I will see you next time.